Just a quick note before the video begins, a lot of people that watch the videos on my channel aren't subscribed. Subscribe, it's free, you could unsubscribe at any time. And now on to the video, enjoy. Alright, so we're live and Lana is on the chopping block on Twitter for a recent Instagram statement about double standards. Now, before I get into the statement and read each paragraph and give my opinion on each paragraph, I do want to say a couple things. One, yes, I do think Lana's post is flawed in many ways. I do think there's some awkward sentencing, and I do think there's certain comparisons in there that probably shouldn't have been made, and certain word choices that probably would have helped her point if she would have left out. Two, I do see a lot of people, like, the first paragraph reads, question for the culture, now that Doja Cat, Ariana, Camila, Cardi B, Kalani, and Nicki Minaj, and Beyonce have had their #1 songs about being sexy, wearing no clothes, effing, cheating, etc. Can I please go back to singing about being embodied, feeling beautiful by being in love even if the relationship is not perfect, or dancing for money, or whatever I want without being crucified or saying that I'm glamorizing abuse? Okay, a couple points I want to make here. I see some people calling Lana racist over this, and I feel like that's definitely a bit of a stretch. I will say this, though, the way this is written, people are arguing that, hey, she's trying to discredit these other acts, and she's basically saying that all these other acts have written songs about superficial things, and I've written songs with substance in it, and I'm the one getting the most criticism for it. Why is that? And there's some counter arguments to make. You make one, if you go through Doja, Ariana, Camila's, Cardi B's, Kalani's, Nicki Minaj, and Beyonce's catalog, I'm sure they've written songs that faced like a lot of criticism over the lyrics. I'm pretty sure, like, if you dig deep enough, you could probably find, especially in like the bigger acts like Nicki Minaj and Beyonce, you could definitely find some, like, and Cardi B too. Cardi B faced like a whole bunch of criticism as well. And then the other argument you can make is, hey, maybe those songs that gone #1 or have been hit songs, maybe they do seem superficial on like the outside, but if you really dig deep into lyrics and why the artist wrote the songs, they're not actually superficial at all. That's another counter argument you make. And I feel like, here's my opinion on this, I feel like it would have been better if she had not compared herself to other acts and just said, there's so many other artists that have written songs with the same subject matter as I, and they faced not as much criticism. I feel like that would have been way better than the way she worded it here. But again, her main point isn't that, hey, I'm comparing myself to all these other artists. It's that, why am I facing criticism over like my subject matter and all these other acts aren't? The rest of the statement is here, and there's some like key points I want to talk about. One, she claims that like there's some people out there saying that she set females back hundreds of years, which I think is like completely absurd for people to write. Like, there's you gotta like really think about it. There's someone sitting down at a desk like saying like, how can I write the most outrageous article whatsoever so I can get like the most views and the most click? I'm gonna write that Lana Del Rey is such an anti-feminist and she set women back so many years. Like, Lana Del Rey makes songs and music videos, bro, like, and writes books. Like, I don't think she set women back hundreds of years, and I feel like everyone making that argument is just completely just doing it out of like either attention or just out of spite. And another point I want to make here as well, a lot of other people are upset that Lana Del Rey said she's not a feminist, and I have a couple opinions about that. The first one is, people are so invested in like celebrity culture and celebrity lives that they get so upset when someone they look up to or just a musical act has different like views as them, and they get like so hurt. Like, is your life really falling apart that Lana Del Rey is not a feminist? Like, just go about your day. Like, the chances of you like meeting Lana Del Rey and having like a face-to-face debate about feminism are like extremely low. So why does this personally bother you? The only advice I have for Lana really is to just ignore these people that are writing articles and stories about you not being feminist or being anti-feminist or like setting women back, and just keep on making music, videos. Because no matter what you do like on the internet, you're gonna get critiqued for it. If you're like a reviewer, you're gonna get critiqued for it. If you make music, you're gonna get critiqued for it. If you producer, you're gonna get critiqued for it. Like, that's the way it is. I know sometimes it can be like really upsetting, but you just have to like ignore it and just keep it, move it. So all we have, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe in the video, and peace out.